Well, hello, my beautiful Sagittarians. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. Now, you may notice the guide chimes have been reinstated. I missed them too much, so of course I brought them back. So please be mindful to turn down your volume if you are someone who is sensitive to sound, okay? So let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Sagittarians, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask how are you doing. So this reading is going to tap into what you're moving through at this moment in time and what lies on the other side. Now, you may have noticed with the guide chimes, there seemed to be like one note consistently. It's like even though the guide chimes were moved, it kept coming back to this one note. So either this is about you trying to find grounding and stability in your life, or this can indicate that you feel like you're stuck into some sort of commitment or routine that is continuous, that is a repetitive cycle. Maybe you feel like you need to add more things to your life, new things, for example, because one note can be a little bit dull and boring, and you're a fire element, so I feel this is you trying to make life a little bit more fizzy, as it were, or try and transcend some sort of repetitive cycle. Ooh, okay, so that's something that came out in the guide chime energy. We have the Strength card. So you're persistent, diligent, you're a strong person. It can indicate you've been navigating some changes. It can also indicate that you are someone who is interesting. I've never really looked at this card or this animal like this before, but there's a tiger on there, and I was given this energy of you're earning your stripes. So this can indicate that you are trying to accomplish something. You are reaching for something. Yeah, look at that. You're earning your stripes. Six of Wands is success. But I mean, this is something outside of yourself. So for some of you, that Six of Wands, it's in the crossing position. You may feel like somehow you go unnoticed, that you feel misunderstood, misheard. Maybe sometimes you blend in with the background. You may feel, because the Six of Wands is to be seen, but it is in the crossing position. So it can indicate that sometimes you feel that you're not seen, or that you feel somehow on the sidelines or overlooked in some way. I mean, you do have the Five of Pentacles. It's on the earthly plane position. So I would say with that Five of Pentacles, some of you are feeling that there has been struggle or challenge, or you feel like there is a missing ingredient from your life. Five of Pentacles can be that you are addressing an abandonment issue for some of you. You may feel that someone or people have not been there for you when you needed them the most. It can be that you're also hoping for something that has not been delivered to you in your life. You feel like you lack this missing ingredient or this thing that you're striving for. Well, the Magician card tells me that you will manifest it, whatever it is. But also I feel this is about you empowering yourself. A quest for more independence with that Six of Wands, with that Seven of Swords. This can be that you're trying to do something in a different way. Now, we've also got that Ace of Wands energy, which is that spark. That is something new, exciting, to be bold and daring. We've got the Nine of Wands. That's a very cautious energy, okay? So some of you, there could be someone who hurt you, or it can be that you feel let down by somebody or people or a circumstance right now. You're battling away. We've got that Knight of Pentacles. That can be your routine. You're being diligent. You're being faithful to something, hardworking to something, determined to, you know, make something work. We've got the Ace of Swords. There's something here about life being a little bit one note, or desiring something new, or desiring a transformation of some sort. But I feel with this Strength card being at the very root of your card, this can be an indication that you are loving yourself in a different way, that you are having the courage of heart to be the wonderful, authentic you. And sometimes when you embrace things for you, people have certain expectations upon you, and it feels there could be a gear shift in friendships or relationships because they're expecting the version of you that they had before, and now you're different. You're still there, it's still you, but you're like leading in a different way right now. And people are seeing a new you come to light, as it were. And I mean, I'm also being given this energy here that you're used to people not showing up for you, and maybe even walking away. You've learned that you've had to walk away from these people or these situations. You've realized like the only person you have learned to rely on is you, to depend on you. So it's most important that you take good care of yourself, because you are the most important thing to you, or the most important person to you, if that makes sense. I'm only mentioning that because the Strength card and the Five of Pentacles can indicate that people don't show up for you. So you're a very strong person, or you feel that someone hasn't shown up for you in some way. I mean, the Five of Pentacles can also be like financial struggle, or just noticing the pinch financially. So I would say that's something outside of yourself that perhaps you are changing, or you have decided to brainstorm new ideas with that Ace of Swords in order to make new money or to increase your finances, shall we say. But that's something outside of yourself, and this reading is all about you. So it's meant to be a little bit more about what's going on within you, how you're moving through this period, and you've had to be strong because life has taught you that you have to be strong. You know, I'm being shown an image right now, and this image has come up in the past for other signs. But I feel it's symbolic, an image for my guides that is symbolic to highlight perhaps what you feel like you've been going through. And it's Atlas, you know, who's got the world on their shoulders. So it can be that things are heavy right now. That, you know, Atlas was known for strength and endurance. And it can be that you're leading in your world in some way, that you're creating something that is going to be long-lasting, a legacy, or, you know, it's just hard right now. I mean, it can be that also the world is heavy right now, and it's heavy and heaving with sorrow and hurt, and there's always something that is challenging or awful in the news, for example. If anyone actually watches the news anymore, probably not, but you can feel it in its vibration. And you can feel that everything is shifting around you or changing in a way where you've wanted to withdraw. And sometimes it may have felt overwhelming, but you know, it is here that you find your strength when you withdraw into self and learn more about who you are, what you're capable of. And I feel this is about you conquering or dispelling the heaviness. You know, when you have the Six of Wands, it is to conquer something, and the earthly plane is the Five of Pentacles. It is to conquer something that feels so heavy or is draining right now. It can also indicate that, you know, you're bringing your sense of purpose into review, and you're searching for an ingredient in your life which you feel like you do not have right now. I feel that you're finding your way back to your spark, especially with that Ace of Wands in your advice to yourself in this moment. This is the spark. This is the passion. This is your vision. This is your sense of adventure. You know, it does come up time and time again in your readings that some of you may feel that your wings have been clipped and you've been dealing with something right now. You know, the Strength card does indicate that you are gently making some changes in a very fierce world, and that you're being honest with yourself. You're gently leading. Even in the face of uncertainty, you are still pushing on through. You're showing up for yourself. The Strength card, you know, it indicates that you are someone who endures. You go the distance. You don't stop until it's done. You can be relied upon. You have the courage to manifest in your life and communicate with the universe what it is that you desire. But again, I feel the Strength card has come at a cost of feeling like something is void. I mean, there's a void moon on this card. So this can indicate that you're soul searching, or you feel lost or empty. Doesn't mean you don't have goals and dreams, because of course with that Six of Wands, you're striving for something, you're wishing for something. There's actually a little, you know, lamp there, a wishing lamp. So this can indicate you're striving for your goals, but you may feel a lot of questioning. Nine of Wands is a questioning energy when it is partnered with a Five of Pentacles. It's like, what's it all about? You may be accomplishing things and they are wonderful and you're so grateful for what you have, but you're trying to find the authenticity in it and wonder how it makes you feel. And if it's not like making you feel how you thought it would, you're in search of something that is more authentic or true or more connected to your sense of purpose. Because the Five of Pentacles can either be that you're feeling a little bit left out in the cold by the universe because there's a lot of struggle right now, you're under a lot of pressure, or it can be that you feel a little bit lost or searching. You know, the Five of Pentacles can be worry. It can be that you're feeling unhappy with something, or even feeling left out, isolated, separated by something that you once knew. And you are someone who is very independent. And it's very much like, if this is a friendship that's evolving, you're very much like, you know what, I'm good. I don't need you. I'm all good by myself. But it doesn't mean there isn't going to be sorrow or lament there, a sadness that this friendship or relationship has changed. It feels like something has shifted here for you. The crossing card is the Six of Wands. So it can indicate that you have noticed that there has been challenge after challenge, or you may feel that you've had to erect healthier boundaries because people have changed and they want more of you without giving back in return, or you feel like they don't see you, they don't understand you, or they're not thoughtful of you. So I feel a lot of you are shifting right now. You're turning your back on certain things. And I would say this Six of Wands is you like having moments of working on something behind the scenes, maybe working on self. A lot of you could be cathartically looking at emotions from your past, especially with that Five of Pentacles. The sorrows, the worries, the fears, you're bringing those into perspective so that you can elevate and empower yourself. I feel adversity for you is going to be your springboard towards success. But I also feel you're going to have so many breakthroughs. You're protected and directed at this time. And you're going from a Five of Pentacles to a Knight of Pentacles. If you're worried about finances, I feel that financially you will be more stable, even though there is a very challenging economic climate. But the Six of Wands is about being seen, basking in your light, not compromising who you are to fit in other people's expectations. This is about you standing in your truth, being aware of who you are, and you are contributing to your world in the highest way. This is you building more confidence after a period of perhaps feeling a lack of confidence. For some of you, you may feel like there is just a change in like your world in some way. I mean, the Five of Pentacles can be an energy of like something lacking soul or lacking thoughtfulness or investment. Things are not quite in balance in your life. And there's a need for change is what I'm seeing. I mean, the Five of Pentacles is also an energy here of being overlooked. So I would say some of you with that card in that position, that Six of Wands, it tells me that some of you feel overlooked or on the sidelines somehow. But actually, I feel this is about you recognizing that you are the main character in your life. It's time to lead or take center stage. Allow yourself to shine. Rewild yourself. You are someone who is very strong, creative being. And I feel, especially with that Nine of Wands, you may have been hurt by somebody or hurt by something, and you're still showing up for yourself. You're still moving forward through these challenges. I mean, this is the earthly plane position. And the Five of Pentacles, I didn't choose the cards for you. I wish that this card wasn't there, but I feel a lot of you may be going through something or struggling with something, but you're pushing on through because you're a strong person. You're not wallowing in it, but you may feel right now that there's either a lack of energy or a lack of like investment in something that doesn't invest in you. So I feel like you are removing yourself. You're becoming very scarce in people's lives if you feel they're not showing up for you. You are withdrawing. You're protecting yourself with that Nine of Wands energy. I'm going to pull a card on this Five of Pentacles because I am being given this energy of a leopard changing their spots. Okay. But it's really interesting because what I'm being given is when people choose to be audacious with their disrespect, you have the right to be courageous with your boundaries. So this can be the measure of these cards. Okay, so I feel the Nine of Wands for you is healthier boundaries, protecting those boundaries, but also that Five of Pentacles can be, I mean, there's leopards on there. So if you're dealing with a person who has this cycle of repeat of either hurting you or disrespecting you or trying to tear you down, it's like, can a leopard change their spots? Well, of course they can, but should they be given another chance too? How many chances do you give a person to change their spots? It comes back to the very beginning energy that I got, that stripes are earned. So it could be that you are distancing yourself from a person or a situation until they earn your respect back or until they earn a place in your life because you feel that they've either not been showing up in some way or something hasn't been showing up. So it feels like you're removing yourself in order for them to show up. Some of you are actually creating space for something better to come on in. Sometimes we accept less than we truly deserve in life. And as you mature and grow more confident within yourself and recognize that you are a gift, that you deserve more, then the universe will start to deliver more. Especially since you have that Magician card, this is about showing up. connecting to a vibration that attracts what you desire into your life. And there's a lot of new things here. Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands, rediscover your spark, connect to your passions, live your truth. Be disciplined with your time. Have the courage of convictions. Take responsibility for your life. Because remember, in life in general, and this is just across the board for everybody, and this is just coming through, if you don't lead your life, someone else will lead you in your life. So this is about empowering yourself. We have that Seven of Swords, and it's in the past position. Now, the Seven of Swords can be betrayal. So it can be that some of you have been dealing with betrayal in your life and acknowledging that you feel hurt, let down, abandoned in this situation. And I'm sending you a huge hug out there if you're dealing with that. But I also see that you removing yourself from this situation or this person's life or these people's lives, whatever this is for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. Your absence is noticed, and it will promote an adjustment of behavior. Then you get to decide whether you want to allow these people or this person back into your life. Again, this is something outside of yourself, but I have to acknowledge it because the Seven of Swords can be a betrayal card. But also, most importantly, this card gets misconstrued a lot. Okay, and I feel a lot of you, this is something that ties up in the energy. Some of you may feel misunderstood. The Seven of Swords can indicate that you have a quest for more independence in your life, that you want to go off and do other things apart. You're not abandoning people by doing that. You're not leaving them out by doing that. It is that you're honoring your own time and being more independent. Sevens tend to be about you kind of like adjusting in life, opening up to new strategies. So I feel with this is about you not conforming, living life on your terms, no people pleasing, doing what you feel like you need to do, because I feel there is this missing ingredient. There may be something or someone in your life where you have been showing up and you felt that you're bringing your A game, but it also feels like it's never enough, if that makes sense. So either you have a person in your life that no matter what you do, it feels like it's never good enough, or you are connected to some sort of career where you feel like you're bringing your A game. However, it never seems to be enough to get you to the place where you want to be. So I feel a lot of you are like adjusting your sails, as it were, and moving differently throughout your life. So you could be setting up your independent business, for example, or you could be reaching out for a new endeavor or opportunity that will help you smash through a financial glass ceiling to allow you a gateway to more financially. For some of you, this could be you adjusting your behavior in a relationship or a friendship that kind of like says, I'm different. And now you're teaching people how you want to be interacted with. You're not the same. Especially since we have that snake there on this card, it represents something within you has changed, and now you're displaying these changes. I'm going to pull a quick card on this Five of Pentacles and this Seven of Swords. Okay, I just want to see a little bit more. I did mention I'll pull a card on that Five of Pentacles, but my guys wanted me to go on to the Seven there. So let's just pull a card. The Emperor. A lot of responsibility on your shoulders. Life got pretty serious. This can indicate a sense of duty. But for some of you, this sense of duty or this like responsibility with that Five of Pentacles, it can make you feel not empty. I'm not saying that, but I feel there's something missing. Perhaps you haven't had time for you, or perhaps you haven't had time to honor something that you feel you need to go in search of, that missing ingredient, that spark, that passion. A lot of you, that Five of Pentacles is that you're exhausted because you have so many responsibilities or duties. This could also be with an Emperor energy. It can be a parental type figure, or it can be someone who you have history with, someone who you've had some interaction with for a long time. It could be a partner, your spouse. It could be, someone who perhaps, is, I want to put it this way, is meant to be like a protector or provider. So like a parental type figure, but the Five of Pentacles can indicate that somehow the guidance has been lacking, or you feel like you've had to lead in the situation. I mean, that's a very hazy message that's coming out. I'm not really sure where my guides are going with this. So if you're doing a lot of like soul searching and a lot of things from your past, your childhood are coming up, it can be that you are looking at where you felt there was a lack of guidance, or the Eight of Swords, you've been feeling stuck in a narrative from your past where there was betrayal, or there was someone not showing up for you in the way that you hoped they would show up for you. There's something about that. It could be a traumatic experience. It could be something you witnessed in your childhood. For example, parents or guardians divorcing, or, you know, having very turbulent energy. It can be that you felt lost in all of that, and it may have threatened to play out in your relationships as you got older. For example, how you feel about love, how you feel about commitment, how you feel about a divine counterpart. Eight of Swords, you know, it feels something has happened here where you're rooted to the spot, or you feel in a period of protection, because these two cards are about protection. A lot of you are worried or trying to protect yourself against loss. It can also be a fear of loss itself, something that is very private and deep in your soul. So you may be looking at loss or stability, or how people can change and how you can trust changes. Now also removing, I mean, this can be outside of self. For example, the Emperor can represent structure of society, people who govern, for example. And it can be that you're witnessing life, you know, getting a bit harder, or, you know, structures in place that squeeze people financially. Or it can be that something happened over the last couple of years that has made you feel very much rooted to the spot, protecting yourself and feeling that you need to preempt loss or change. Or you feel there's a lack of connection with people, or you feel people have just felt this sense of sorrow or emptiness, or they're struggling. You know, it feels like things are not hitting in the same way. Even things that you used to be passionate about. It can be that you're still trying to do these things, because the Six of Wands is an energy of like dipping in and out of things that you're passionate about, or accomplishing things to such a high degree. But the Five of Pentacles is at the root, which means they're hitting different, or it doesn't feel the same way, or there is this void. I mean, there's a void moon there. So I'm just feeling a lot of you may be looking at friendships or people or situations that you feel have left you out, or you feel have betrayed you, or are just not acting in the same way. And it just feels like you're releasing this, or it's a process of evolving from. Seven of Swords is to go off and do your own thing. There's a yearning there, but you're breaking free from something that you feel like, okay, I need to just do me right now. I need to prioritize my own needs. The Magician card shows that you are empowering yourself by doing that. The Magician actually indicates you have everything you need to be the wonderful you, okay? This can be that you are in a period really of like your personal power, that you have a period of rebuilding upon you. It's like you're rebuilding your life in some way, or you are tapping into higher frequencies. And often when we go through periods of rebuilding or even evolving through higher frequencies, that can be a lonely path. It can feel exhausting. It can feel that you have to protect yourself in some way. I feel like you're the sort of person who takes care of people, or did take care of people, and you gave so much of yourself because you felt you needed someone like that to take care of you sometimes. And maybe this came from childhood. I'm not sure. This is something that's just popping out now. But I feel like you may be healing a part of yourself that had to deal with that. The Magician card, I just feel like you are reigniting that sparkle within yourself, rediscovering the magic in life. It is about you. But sometimes when you go through this void, I mean, for some of you, this could be depression. You know, I'm not medically trained to talk about this, but it can be that you are feeling that life is just not hitting in the same way, but you're about to rediscover your sparkle. You're about to discover, you know, more magic in the world, because this is a card, of course, of magic. It's a reawakening. It's a potent message that you are creating your destiny and you are making your dreams become your reality. And that which you feel like you lack, the missing ingredient you feel is missing there, I feel like you shall have it. It is going to be delivered to you. The Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands is an indication that the hand of the universe will bestow upon you two major things that you have been thinking about. One that's going to really excite you, and the other one you feel, you know, it is good karma to receive it. So I feel a portal of change is occurring for you, and there's something new and different. I mean, a lot of you could be reimagining something new, or something needs to change in your life because you feel that things are one note right now. And you're questioning, is this it? So you are now seeking more outside of yourself. I mean, the Five of Pentacles tends to be a card of you praying or wishing for something or manifesting something that hasn't shown up for you, something that will make life easier for you. But because the Six of Wands is in the crossing position, it means you'll conquer this challenge, but also you will achieve whatever it is you set out to do. You will be rewarded. It's no accident that there is literally a genie lamp right there. And the Five of Pentacles can be to lament something that you don't have, that you want, whether that's love, whether it's money, whether it's friendships that are deep. Whatever this is, you're going to achieve it. You're going to have your wish. I mean, the Ten of Cups is in your near future. Ten of Cups is like happy families, you know, happy relationships. It's also about feeling content in life. But also, it means the dream that you have becomes your reality. It becomes tangible. This is peace, good fortune, well-being, serenity. This is about you taking pleasure in all that you've accomplished, paying attention to what you receive and what you don't receive. There's a message in that too. But I feel what you don't receive doesn't mean you're not going to. It just means not now. Everything happens in divine order. The Ten of Cups is ultimately, you know, security. It's about solid relationships, solid friendships. It's about you feeling whole in some way. This is a card of feeling like something is missing. But this is a card of wholeness. It is a card of maybe being ready for something new. You know, reaching a point where you feel a need for new environments, new people, new faces, new places. So I just feel, coming back to the very beginning of your reading, it's like life is hitting right now in one note. And it feels like somehow there's a void. Even though you've got goals and dreams and things that you're aspiring to, it just feels like some of you may have been struggling with something or feel a little bit lost in the void. But you're coming home to self, you're reconnecting, and there is much joy, happiness, and celebration in your future. This is a card where you will take pleasure in all that you've accomplished, for you know how hard it took for you to get there in the first place. Ten of Cups there is for you to celebrate yourself. Things start to become easier or effortless when you have a Ten of Cups. But right now on the earthly plane, things are not that way. But they will be, because the Magician card is manifesting this. Remember, your thoughts become things. Words are cast out to the universe. They're spillings. You know, they connect to a vibration of all that we already have in the future. We just need to connect to the vibration to draw it in. So I feel that's what you're doing, especially with that Ace of Swords. This is a card of destiny, of fate, of karma, powerful transformation, meaningful things happening in your life, and quicker results, moving forward with satisfaction. Learning more about yourself, taking care of yourself in a different way. I mean, the Ace of Wands is your advice to yourself in this moment, which is to get creative or take the initiative on something. It is also to reignite that spark, connect to your passions, lead with passion. It's also about dreaming big, because when you dream big, this is you telling the universe, I'm ready for more and I deserve more. Not because you're egotistical or you have a sense of entitlement. It's because you've worked so hard diligently towards something and you have been strong in circumstances that threaten to tear you down. And now it's the period of the reward because you have that Six of Wands there. That is a card of reward, overcoming something, conquering something. So Ace of Wands is transformation. I mean, some of you could be dealing with something that you've tried to let go of in your life. You've been trying to phase it out. Could be a substance that you feel does not hit right in your body. It could be that you've been addicted to something in the past. It doesn't have to be a substance. It can be addictive personalities, addicted to a cycle of repeat, allowing a person to cross a boundary. Whatever it is, I feel like you're phasing it out. And now you're different. And now you have more energy. You're not drained. I feel there is this sudden realization that you don't need whatever this was. There's an enlightenment. This is a very dynamic card. It is the impetus to change card. So I feel, some of you may have had a lack of energy, for example, feeling exhausted. You may cut something out that perhaps has had an ingredient that has not been sitting right with your body and making you feel lethargic or bloated, or for some of you, there could have been, this is very interesting and not going to resonate with everyone, but I'm just being given it, so I have to honor it. For example, if you have certain food substances, even if they're healthy, they can interact with each other and void the health benefit, as it were. I'm not really sure what that would be, but maybe some of you are looking into that at this time because you're looking at the void. So, for example, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm just going to give you an example. Say, for example, you have something over here that gives you vitamin A, and you digest that on its own, and it gives you vitamin A. However, if you eat this thing over here that gives you vitamin D, and I don't know if this is true, I'm just giving you it as an example, and you have this on its own, vitamin D, you'll get that, you'll absorb it. But if you have the two together, they may cancel it out and you don't get either of the vitamins because they interact with each other in a negative way, if that makes sense. So it could be that you're sorting through your diet right now and you're looking at things that void or cancel each other out. But it could also be that you're looking at life in general, that we win some, we lose some. We can't win every day. And you may be looking at how hard it is to do something, and does it cancel out how you feel about the win? Do you feel out of sync with your life right now? This is about getting back into balance or transforming in some way. I mean, this is your advice, as I mentioned, which is to take action on something, have that vision of your future that you aspire it to be, and go on the adventure. It's about get creative. It's about be bold, be daring, have the courage of your convictions to open up to new ventures or start something that is different. You are in your primal power. A lot of you are actually going to get an important phone call or letter that will transform, that is going to be so positive, you'll celebrate this. But that's, again, outside of yourself. This is about you increasing your energy levels, your interaction with life, and the things that bring you joy. It's about you utilizing your co-creative powers with the universe to manifest. These two cards are potent manifestation. And right in between that is the Ten of Cups. The wish becoming a reality, your joy. So it's like you tapping in and not tearing yourself down with thoughts, tapping into your primal power and pushing on through. The Nine of Wands can indicate a lot of you are dealing with someone who hurt you, or life has been troubled at times and you've tried again and again and again and nothing has been working, but now you're about to have that breakthrough point. This is a very strong card. It means you show up no matter the weather. You're someone who is independent and dedicated to pushing on through, and you're nearly there at whatever nearly there is, your destination point, your happy ever after point. But the Nine of Wands is questioning. It's like, what is the missing ingredient? When you discover that in clarity with that Ace of Swords, you shall have it. The universe will send it to you. So a lot of you are on this search or for something more. But also you're healing. And you are going to have a breakthrough on that as well. So I feel a lot of you are conquering a period of hurt. Having more faith in yourself. Moving through troubled times and coming out the other side protected and directed. You're definitely shedding things that hurt you or, do not align with your life philosophy. I would say with this Knight of Pentacles, there's an energy here of feeling secure, conserving yourself for the things that are important, being realistic, being honest with yourself. You are hardworking and there is a payoff here. But also, this is more than that. A lot of you are looking at your body, mind, and soul. The changes that you've been going through. And being tolerant in these changes. Looking to what you value and not compromising what you stand for. But also, being a person that no matter what the world has thrown at you, you're still standing. And you are a very strong person. But again, this is the Knight in the deck. I mean, if you know the Tarot, this is the only Knight that is stationary. So you may feel that life is somehow at a standstill right now, and you're trying to work out why or how to return to this sense of self. There seems to be this that is missing, or this void. I mean, it keeps coming back to that. I don't want to repeat or over egg the pudding, as it were, but I feel this is about you reinvesting in self, persevering through this challenge, and on the other side is the breakthrough. I feel there are meaningful forces beyond your human control right now, aligning things for you, and that you are on a trajectory to more. I mean, this looks like the Hamza hand of protection. So it does highlight, protect your dreams. What you see in your mind, you shall have in your hand. But at the same time, I feel like, you are learning more about yourself during this period of stillness. How strong you are, how capable you are. But you're creating a space for more. You're creating a space for your dreams to come on in. And yes, sometimes things don't work out the way we expect them to or want them to. But the universe says, trust the process. I know a better way. Sometimes the universe will kind of change things or remove people or situations because the universe is aware of what goes on behind the scenes, things that you do not see, conversations that you are not privy to, or even things that could align in your future that are not for your highest good. So that's when things are removed because the universe wants to deliver more. Five of Pentacles is to not have something or remove something that doesn't fit anymore. And the two aces are the universe offering you things that fit, offering you things that align with your truth, that help you achieve whatever it is your soul mission feels called to do, but also to reward, to fulfill, to celebrate. This is divine intervention right here. So if you've been feeling that life has been a little bit dull or boring there, I definitely see here it's going to get a little bit more exciting, more fizzy, as it were. And the Ace of Swords is to get clear on what it is that you desire to come on in. And you shall be in the law of attraction to attract it. There are many laws to the universe, okay? And you have the law of attraction energy with that Magician. There are many layers to life, so it's all about your focus. Focus on what you desire. But also, I'm getting this energy here that you're achieving a lot right now, but it may not feel like it. You've been going through a lot to make it happen. and to make it work. You've been showing up for yourself, powering on through, despite how exhausted you feel. And sometimes you feel like what you do is never enough, but you have such a high expectation of yourself as well. Breathe. What is meant for you will never pass you by. You're doing everything you can in this every moment that you have. And a lot of you, it can be that you are compartmentalizing, as it were. But each step will see you closer to your goal and your accomplishment. And I feel like you are about to have this breakthrough. You're opening new doors. I mean, a new chapter in life requires a new version of you. And I feel like you're shedding so that you can aspire to this new version of life or existence, as it were. And of course, the hope and a fear position with that Knight of Pentacles, you read the reverse of this card as well as the upright. So you're looking at situations that don't invest in you or don't inform you or make you feel empty. You're just removing yourself from those places and spaces. You're also kind of like removing your presence from people who are stubborn or don't work with you. They work against you. They try to sabotage you, or, they try to just take and not give back. You're looking at where you feel there is like an out of balance exchange in your life. Because the next card from that Five of Pentacles is a Six of Pentacles, which is an even exchange. And you feel right now that something isn't fair or is not an even exchange. So you're removing yourself from that as a self-preservation in order to focus on changing your life or being the change you want to see in your life to bring balance, to rediscover the magic in life, if that makes sense. I'm just going to pull one more card here. I feel a lot of you, there's a fresh new start upon you. A lot of you are making a decision to cut ties and forge ahead, to be rational about your situation. We got the Sun. Now, I only read the uprights. So this is about you shining your light. It's about you purifying your life. That figure is literally taking a bath. So this can be about detoxification, cutting out anything that doesn't hit right with your body. Knight of Pentacles is always about the body. Could be that you're looking at vitamin deficiencies and how it puts you out of balance, makes you feel exhausted, that you have to power on through. Can also be about you kind of, forging a path to your personal happiness. Happiness comes from within. So you're doing a lot of soul searching. We got the Four of Wands and we got the Emperor. So this can indicate, you will always return to a sense of duty. You will always return to, serious times. Four of Wands is a return card, but can you celebrate these moments? Can you actually find balance between responsibility and spending time integrating, having fun, following your passions, being creative? As we mature, there's always going to be a sense of duty and a heaviness of things that we have to do. Life, is challenging sometimes, but I feel you were born to lead. And this can be that you are making magic in life. The Emperor, as the Emperor matures, the history of the Emperor card in itself was there was always a Fool in the background of the Emperor card, reminding the Emperor that, life still needs to be fun. Don't forget that, you can do something new, bold, and daring. Take a leap of faith. You don't have to just work with the energy as it is and say, okay, I've accomplished this now, and this is it. I just got to maintain and sustain and just leave it there. Because that's when life does become one note. So I feel this is about you, as I mentioned, like opening yourself up to the extraordinary. You're leaving a familiarity, as it were, in order to embrace more magic in the everyday. The Four of Wands is a return to happier times. It can also be a return to a happier relationship with a person that you've been feeling at odds with, conflict with, reuniting with someone. so you can heal a relationship. This doesn't have to be an ex. It doesn't have to be, you know, a partner. It can be a family member. It can be a parent. It can be someone outside of yourself that perhaps you've been having conflict with. But a lot of you, this is as you mature. As we get older, it's like one of the hardest things is not to forget about the inner child. Not to forget about the sparkle in life that is present. We can all see it, but we must stop and have moments of stillness to be able to see it. The world can be full of magical experiences. I know it's very turbulent right now and there's a lot of conflict, but I feel this is a call to you right now not to forget the joy, not to forget the magical things, not to forget, you know, pleasure. That's when you become more in sync with your desires. So I feel like you're being asked to lead back to your spark, to return to happier times. Very complex reading. This may not resonate with all of you out there, but I mean, there's a lot of concepts being explored there. So perhaps some of you are just really kind of like very philosophical right now, thinking about who you are, what you want, what you feel like you don't have. Looking at the restrictions in life, looking at the dynamics between people, looking at the obstacles you constantly have to overcome. But you wouldn't be given an obstacle if you weren't strong enough to overcome it. That is one of the life lessons that we are dealt. I definitely see here you're ready to lead on something, because all of these cards are about rising, letting go of something. Don't resist the changes. Let go of the idea that you're not ready. I've been told to take 6, and by be told, I mean my guides have said take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's 6. There we go. So we've got to rise, you must let go of fear. So you're elevating. This could be a worry or a fear of loss or a fear of, like, what if something doesn't work? But I see that it will work. I see with the Magician card, you are pooling all your resources to make something incredible in your life. The Ace of Swords is a breakthrough. The Ten of Cups is everything that you desire for, you know, the happy ever after. We've also got don't take action when there's a feeling of resistance. So you're working with the energy. You've been showing up for yourself, which is admirable. But when there's moments where you feel it's just not hitting in the right way, that is the time to withdraw, to reflect. Let go of the idea that you're not ready. I mean, looking at all your cards, you're ready for change. You're ready for something new to come on in, something to inspire you. Don't compare your life to others. Your journey is your own. Now, I don't feel like you do compare your life to others, but you may look online at like social media. I mean, we all do at some point, and we may feel like other people are like having the time of their life. But remember, social media is a snapshot of a moment, and it's about enjoying the present moment. So you may see lots of snapshots of other people living their life. You don't see the snapshots where they're going through the struggle. No one documents that. So, again, I feel this is about your independence, doing your own thing, protecting your dreams, showing up for yourself. Your happiness is not tied up in another. Also, you are not responsible for other people's happiness. So if you feel like whatever you do is never enough, because that Five of Pentacles is connected to not enough, you're here to make sure that your journey is informed, that you're connected to your sense of purpose, and that you're showing up for yourself. Of course, you offer unconditional love to others and support, and you're there for people, but ultimately, you're not responsible for their happiness or their joy or their fun. You're responsible for your own, and that will actually, like a ripple effect, affect other people. Have you ever walked into a room and someone is so like unconditionally themselves, authentically, that they shine brightly? They have a wonderful, gregarious personality where they're like, hi, I'm me. This is who I am. I want to know more about you. They give you permission to shine. So I feel this is you acknowledging that you are a gift in people's lives, and you give them permission to shine by being you. But you're not responsible for them to shine. You're responsible for you and your shine. We've also got forgiveness sets you free. It keeps you from hanging on to what was never meant to be. So I feel this is about you opening up to new things, of course. But forgiveness is not to let someone off the hook, because there is this energy of betrayal, or you may feel let down by someone or something. And if this is from childhood as well, this can be that you're making peace with your past, no matter your circumstance, so that you lighten your karmic load, so that you can be free. So that is a new version of you. You're not carrying around a painful narrative with you. Whilst it shaped you and is important, you know, it formed who you are and how you interact with your life. It must not impede on your future happiness. So therefore, you forgive to lighten your load. You let go in order to leave it in the past firmly. You take the lesson with you so that you erect those healthier boundaries, but you don't need to carry it around with you. It's heavy, it's painful, and you're exhausted by it. So relax and let it go. You know, sometimes we have to acknowledge that whilst we experience things and they become our past, the past is now an illusion. It's a memory of a memory. Or so we're told scientifically, but it's a memory. It doesn't exist anymore, only in our heads. And you get to choose who or what lives rent-free in your head. Who or what are you giving permission to like haunt you from the past? It's time to like show them the door. They're not paying rent. Show them the door. So I feel there's that energy there. And it says, you miss the beauty when you are stressed. Be gentle with yourself. Be messy sometimes and just let it all go. You know, you're a human being. You don't have to be a human doing all the time. But of course, life is all about doing things. So it may feel like you're missing out on something with that void, or there is this missing ingredient. You'll discover this, whatever it is, that spark, that passion. I feel you're going to have more energy, more fun. You're going to return to happier times. But it all comes down to the present moment. It's about finding the magic in the present moment with the people that you care about. Remember, wherever you are, be the soul of that place. Ground yourself there. You cannot be Sagittarius in the past. You cannot be Sagittarius in the future. You can be Sagittarius right now. You can connect to vibrations that will attract what you already have in the future, the successes, the wins. But the past, you know, it teaches us a lesson. It has nothing new to say. Every time we return to it, it's the same message. We may see it differently. We may perceive it in a different way, but the message will always be the same. Take the message and the lesson with you, but leave the past behind, because you're embracing something new here. And I feel like you are springboarding your way to more happiness, more joy, more fulfillment in relationships, and a togetherness with people, and a happiness in your family if you've been having some sort of conflict there too. So I'll leave it there. I mean, this message was very complex, and it may not resonate with like many of you. It may resonate with maybe one of you, but the message is the message, so I have to honor it. So we have a seahorse. Okay, now seahorse, this actually came out for a Scorpio reading, so perhaps you have some Scorpio placements, but that's beside the side. Doesn't matter if you don't have Scorpio placements there. This trinket indicates that, you know, you're looking for your soul tribe, or it can be that you're in a world that hits different, or you do things differently. You are different for a reason. You know, the seahorse does things that are not typical to rule in nature. So typically, the feminine energy is the energy that nurtures a child or a species to term. So they give birth to the next generation, as it were. But the masculine of the seahorse species, they hold the babies and nurture to term. So it can be that you're doing something that is different than everybody else, or that you like stand out. And you were born to stand out. You were born to do things differently. And sometimes that may make you feel at odds with your environment or make you feel like something is missing because people are not hitting in the same way. You're working on a higher frequency or on a different vibration. And that can make you feel isolated or alone or left out somehow. But it is here that you acknowledge that you have a sense of purpose to do something that is totally different from other people, and that's okay. We also have that frog, which definitely equates to better luck, but it can be that you're about to take a leap of faith and do something bold and daring and different, that you're adapting to a new environment in some way. Perhaps some of you have been dealing with so much change that you're constantly on the move, constantly having to like jump here, there, and everywhere. And you want to find more grounding and settled energy in your life. And you will find that. But I can see that brighter future you're aligned with. And I feel like, there is a cusp, a breaking point that is actually a breakthrough point for you that sees you secure in your life, opening a door to more, feeling fulfilled, and embracing more spontaneous energy and open to more exciting experiences that will see you fly. Those clipped wings, they're not going to be clipped forever, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates. I definitely see more adventure in your life and more excitement there too. So I will leave it there, and I hope that it does connect to somebody because it was a bit of a, different kind of reading, okay? So thank you so much, my beautiful Sagittarians, and love and light.